So welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out in the woods and I'm going to be sharing everything I know about hammock camping. So if you're new to hammock camping, then stick around and hopefully learn some tips. If you know everything about hammock camping, then maybe just stick around and enjoy this beautiful woodland with me. It's a very windy day and where I'm headed is beautiful. Stick around because it is an amazing hammock spot, sheltered from the wind. So yeah, it's a lovely day. Hopefully a few of my mates will be meeting me soon. Lovely old beech tree there. So yeah, beech trees, I tend to avoid beech trees just because they have huge limbs on them and they are prone to fall, especially in days like today where it's really windy. I'd stay away from beech trees. And obviously when I'm setting up my camp, I make sure that the tree I'm on is not a dead standing tree, or there's not like a dead standing next to it. This tree's about to come down. See the root and the split at the bottom? These are the sort of things you need to look out for, especially when hammock camping. That whole tree though, look, is moving, so let's get out of here. That is exactly what you don't want to see. Cracked trees moving around like that. I'd say that tree will probably be down and on the walk back. I'll let you know tomorrow if it's still there. So we're not quite there yet, but this is very similar to where we're going to be camping. A forest within a quarry wall. The problem with this place though, for hammock camping, you could probably get away with it on your own, but the trees are really far apart. What I like to look for is about 8 paces from one tree to the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's the tree. We're getting close now to the spot. Not that far away. This is the only entrance to it. What a spot. Usually if we find any litter here or anything like that, we'll take it all with us. But it's looking pretty clean. I think a lot of the people that access this spot are very good. So there's no litter at all, that's amazing. But yeah, a little fire pit, we'll have to do some rearranging. Get rid of some of these leaves. But I am at the spot. I'm going to get this very heavy pack off and just chill for a minute. Might have a bit of lunch. Oh, this is going to be the perfect stargazing chair, or just tree gazing. So this is the spot I've chose between these 2 trees here. Perfectly living trees, no dead standers around here at all. Sheltered from the wind. So yeah, I'm going to set my tarp up first. So I've just got some paracord here. I think it's 4mm paracord, and I'm just going to set up a ridge line. I'm just going to tie a bow line around this tree, or any type of knot really will do, but a bow line works well because it's easy to undo. And then I'll do a quick release knot on there, but I'll show you. The type of tarp I'm using has these loops. It's got 3 of them running along the top of the tarp, and they can hook into your ridge line. Some tarps don't have this. You just go over your ridge line, but this tarp, you can see it hangs off the loops. I'm just going to pull it through all 3 of those loops before I tie it to that tree. Try and keep it the same height as the other side of the tree. I'm just going to wrap it round this tree, and then I'm going to wrap it round the string, the ridge line, and then pull it back round the tree again. And I'm going to do that twice, and it just tightens up your ridge line, keeps it nice and tight. I'm going to just wrap this line over itself, probably 4 times, just to hold that tension. You don't have to worry too much about this, but at the end of my knot there, I've just finished it with a stick. So in the morning I can just pull the stick out and then pull this down, and this side will come undone. So that's all set up now, apart from I need to attach these ends just to pull it tight that side and the same that side. And what you use is something called a prusik nut, and I just make myself a couple of string loops and I attach this carabiner to them, just a plastic carabiner. Just makes it a bit easier rather than tying them every time. But let me try and show you how to tie a prusik. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull a loop over and then pull that back over that loop. Let me just use my other finger there and pull that back over. You see the rope there? I can pull this that way and that way and it won't go anywhere, but I can slide the knot up and down. There are videos on how to tie a prusik. That's quite hard one-handed, but what I do when I've got that done, I just get this end of my tarp and clip that in, and then I can do the same the other end with this one. So there's my second prusik there, hopefully you can see it. I'm just going to slide that until it makes my tarp nice and tight across the ridge line. So that's my tarp all set up. Got it opened out. I will peg it down when I go to bed tonight, but I've just got it looped around this branch higher up and then pegged into the ground. But I don't know if you can hear, it has just started raining, so I'm going to get all my kit from outside under the tarp. I haven't set it like really high up because I don't want this too high up. So this is my hammock. I've got the DD Frontline hammock. I've had this for some years now, getting on 6-7 years maybe. So this is the suspension system I use for my hammock. It's the Eno Helios suspension system, and it's super lightweight, really nothing to it at all. The DD does come with slings which are perfectly great, but I've since upgraded to a different setup just to save on some weight when I'm doing my cycle camps and stuff. This is quite a big tree, so I'm going to have to walk around and just take it down. Do you know what, I don't know if these slings can fit around this tree. So some other campers have arrived. Morning, campers.
Good morning, campers.
All right, Chris. All right, Matt. Yeah, not too bad.
Woo.
Because of the size of this trunk, there's barely enough room, but I managed to get it on. But I switched to whoopee slings on here, so you can just adjust it just by pulling that. I've adjusted that side, so I'm just going to adjust this side. You can just pull it, and it pulls through, tightens your hammock. Let's undo the sleeve. It's my little tester. That feels pretty good. I am sleeping on the bug net at the moment. It feels a bit hard though. It doesn't feel like it's hugging me, so I'm going to adjust that slightly. You want it to feel like it's hugging you rather than you're just supported on like a plank in the middle. That's kind of how it feels. So with the DD hammock you do get these 2 poles, and you can just extend out the bug net area just to make it a nice livable space. The only thing left to do now is put my underquilt underneath this. Underquilt, I reckon, is the most important thing to set up right, because if you don't set it up right you do feel that draft underneath. So if you feel like it's cold, get out, sort your underquilt out and get back in. Don't just live with it as I've done in the past. Just a few tweaks to your underquilt and it will probably sort it out and make it nice and cozy underneath. That's my underquilt on. Just gotta tighten up the ends. That one's already done. Don't want any cold air getting in there. Just tighten that up. You don't want it super tight underneath you either. You want it so you've got a little space so it can just hold on to some of that warm air. Let's have a little sit in here, see how it feels. Yeah, that feels good. Got little drawstrings on either side as well, just to keep it all nice and tight. What a view. So I've got a tiny little ground sheet which I've put under my hammock. I've got all my kit on there. What I need to do now is put my sleeping bag in. And I've got the Rab Ascent 500. I'm just going to chuck that in there now so it can all fluff up nice for later. And I've got a Vango Thermo Air pillow. Just thought I'd show you around camp. This is Marty's setup. He's got the Etrol bat hammock, which looks really cool actually. It's got little lines to pull it out on the sides and an incorporated bug net, and he's got the same underquilt as me. A nice setup. It's got different slings to me, look, but the same setup. Just pulls through and goes down there. Nice. Martin's just eating. Chris is chopping up some wood. But this is our location. The light in here is just amazing at the moment. We're just enjoying being in this little woodland. Yeah, Chris's setup is pretty much exactly the same as mine. There's the entrance to our little... Oh, the sky is looking a bit grey over there. Chris has got a similar sling setup to Martin. And he's got the DD front line. Just like me, hasn't got his underquilt on yet. And he's got the 3x3 tarp. Let's get those bits off for him. Welcome, Philip.
Hi.
Can I carry anything?
Yeah, it's broken.
Hello, Benji. This is Phil's setup. He's got the one Tigress underquilt and the one Tigress hammock. Looks really nice. I really like this underquilt design. Comes up a lot higher than my one. So I thought I'd show you Benji's accommodation tonight. He is in the, let's have a read, Benji. Larve bones. It's got a little insulated blanket and everything in there. Oh, it's nice in there, Benji. Nice little jacket on. So another benefit of having a hammock and a tarp rather than a tent, you can all just sit under there when it's raining like it is now. So it is bedtime for us. Everyone is going to bed now, including Benji. You okay, Benji? Good night, Benji. Maybe have some embers in the morning. Good night, guys. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Everyone else is still asleep. I've just got a little fire going. Got my coffee. Had a really nice sleep actually, really warm. The underquilt worked perfect. The sleeping bag was lovely. Yeah, very comfortable. Slight raise where my feet were, but apart from that, lovely evening. So I'm just going to sit here for a while, wait for everyone to wake up, and hopefully the rain stays like this, just stays away for a while, because everyone's tarps are looking pretty wet. But yeah, I've just raised mine up just so I've got a bit of a view and so my fire's a bit safer. Lovely morning views and sounds. So everyone is up now. Chris is getting another brew going. I'm still lying in my hammock. The sun is just starting to come through. It's looking gorgeous out there. We're hoping it dries out the tarps. Put this away now. It's not that wet really. So I'm all packed away now. Left no trace. Taking all our litter home with us. Chris is all packed away. Phil's all packed away. Marty's all packed away. Time to get out of here. And the sun is shining, so brilliant start to the day. So that is us leaving the cave. Beautiful sunshine this morning. I've got the rubbish. We've got my lantern attached to me. Still just as windy. Yeah, look, this tree here. No, in front of this one. This tree, look, he's all cracked at the bottom. It's going to fall. See it? Careful with it.
It's still alive.
Look at it all moving though. That is going to go. See it?
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Hiya. Thank you.
Leaves at the top.
Yeah, but it's been cracked in the wind, isn't it? Look, you can see at the bottom. So thank you so much for watching that video. Hopefully you learnt a few things about hammock camping. Maybe decide to get out there yourself, or maybe you just enjoyed the scenery. But yeah, we really enjoyed that camp. I'd like it if you subscribed and maybe check out some of my other videos. But yeah, see you on the next one.